Alright. Spooky month, you know what that means. Old, spooky games. Yep. Does it play the rest of the story? Yeah, it does. Okay.
Warning.
Look at that wireframe.
UFO detected.
That's my favorite face. Just leap into the air. Whee! Graphics! Yeah. Ah, this guy's face. Alright, so it is spooky month. I want to play two games, this and a more action game that you'll see. But I haven't played this game in a while. So everything's going to go off of memory. This episode is going to be me setting up the base and going over Open XCOM and stuff. So if you already know how to play this game, you might want to skip it, because it's going to be kind of tutorial-y. Other than that, whew. Yeah, I'm going off of memory, so if you have any tips and tricks, feel free. So I am using OpenXCOM, which it's sort of a, I'm not going to get into it, but it's kind of a fix for the game and allows you to add mods and stuff. I don't really have many mods. I put 3 in that I'm going to go over later. The biggest one being the starting base. Well, I'll go over that later, but everything else I pretty much kept the same, just other little things I want to try. They don't break the game or make it super hard or easy. Okay. Let's see, trigger warnings, gore, aliens. This is really a horror game, but playing it is an experience of horror, especially once you get to the later levels and you're balancing all these resources. Yeah, this also, Open XCOM gives you Iron Man. I haven't played in a while, so I think I'm gonna do experienced. One of the other things with Open XCOM is you can see the radar lines. I think the first one is small, the second is large, and the third is a secret third thing. Let's go here. Cover a big noise. So I usually make this. Oh! Okay. Well, it's called E. I was gonna type in Eurocom, but I tried the backspace and it messed up. Well, now our base is called E. We're gonna keep that. That's hilarious. Base. E. Alright, so this game has a very steep learning curve. They give you a starting lineup. You can actually, with Open XCOM, get like a better lineup with, I think, different weapons and like more scientists and stuff. But anyway, this is what you start off with in this game. This is the defense configuration of the base. I'll go over that later if we get attacked, but basically aliens can only enter in through the hangars and the access lift, and in the original base they were all over the place and it was very hard to defend. So there's a ton of stuff you have to do at the beginning of this game just to sort of have a chance, and you might even run into a night mission and just F it up. Let's see. Okay, first thing I'm gonna do is equip our crafts. The interceptors are kind of like our super pew-pew fighter jets that shoot down UFOs. You start with a Stingray and a cannon. Stingray is okay. It's a middle of the range kind of missile. Cannon absolutely sucks. I'm going to keep it on, though. Oh, wait, no. We start with an avalanche. So the third is an avalanche launcher, and that's the best. Longest range, but I usually keep Stingray on because it does less damage and it lets you hit smaller craft and let them go down instead of just blowing up. But you're going to need the avalanche later. And I don't think I can do anything. I put another Stingray on you, so we're gonna do that. Cannons, like I said, they're later on when you get better cannons, but not right now. Alright, Sky Ranger. we'll go over the crew later. I'll be naming crew based on friends and stuff like that. So get ready to die. Also, does it? No, okay. I'll go over that later. Equipment. This is another. People might disagree, but okay, pistols. I do not use pistols at all. I think there's an option to give it an auto shoot, but they suck. Their damage is just so low. I stick with rifles. Now there's the heavy cannon and the auto cannon. There are 3 heavy weapons you start with. Heavy cannon, auto cannon, rocket launcher. Heavy cannon, it would be good with the different ammos to have someone who's a sniper use it, especially against some of the aliens. Like the cyber discs or the chrysalids. I'm not even gonna go, I just said nonsense words. But by the time, you know, you could just get a better upgrade. So I don't use the heavy cannon. The auto cannon, I have used it in the past for similar reasons as a rocket launcher, but I just like the rocket launcher. I like firing rockets. The small rockets do a decent surgical explosion. The large rockets, and the incendiary rockets we'll use later. Grenades. I also dislike grenades in this game. They're a little finicky. Not as in I don't understand how to use them. I know how to use them. I'd rather wait until I have high explosives or motion bombs or whatever they are. The motion detector things. Sorry, proximity grenade. That's the actual term. We'll keep some grenades though just in case, but I usually don't like to use them in the beginning because there aren't enough aliens. Later on maybe, but then I have like rocket launcher smoke grenades. I don't use them for, you'll see later why. So there's that. Armor, we don't have armor. Okay. Soldiers. Okay, so. Oh, they let you equip. Okay. Diary? Oh. Sorry, I just don't remember all these buttons. Okay, so. Soldiers. I'm gonna name people based off their stats and just how I'm feeling. So if your graphic or avatar that appears in game is like a dude or a girl, it just whatever. Okay, so first stat you want to go through. Anyone who has a 10 of bravery. Sack. I'm just renaming them right now to Sack. Bravery determines, well, how brave your character is. If they see alien fire, if they see civilians or other soldiers get killed or shot at, they can panic and they will shoot randomly, shoot at other soldiers, drop their weapons and run. You don't want that. If for some reason you start the game with like 90% of your soldiers at 10, keep some and just like put here like scout 1 and send them off to sort of be your early scouts because they're not going to be, you don't want to develop him in skills, but yeah, Sack. And I rename my characters based on their stats, so let's see. Very good bravery. The next stats, I'm just going to go over all the stats real quick. So, time use and stamina. Time use is how much you can move each turn. It doesn't really vary that much. Stamina is sort of like if you exert all your time units, you lose some stamina and you don't gain it back. So it's kind of like you can't continuously move your limit every turn. For example, this person with the low stamina, but it's still good. Health doesn't matter right now. With armor it does, and everyone kind of has the same amount of health. Bravery already went over. Reactions is how they react with an alien if they see them. And for high reactions, ooh, that guy did have decent reactions, but his bravery sucked. Really, unless it's really, really good. Like, this guy has decent throwing accuracy, which is self-explanatory. But, melee accuracy is a new one. That's cool. There are melee weapons. I'll go over that later. But this other stat I'm looking for right now is decent strength, over 35. So we've got 2 people over 35. We've got this dude, who has decent firing accuracy. What's the other guy have? Not so good firing accuracy, so we'll go back to that 38 strength guy. This will be, sharp. Heavy weapons with a rocket launcher. Let me just go back to... who else could it be? Beat will be heavy weapons as well. Okay, now I'm looking at firing accuracy. Not necessarily strength. Okay, this can be, Noah, SS, sharpshooter. Now, with other stats, this can be Ray, sharpshooter. The three categories I start off with is SS, sharpshooter, heavy weapons, and med. Med, let's see, Rue would be med. Med does mean like medic, but it also means, later on there's a medical device you can use, but it also means they're kind of in the middle. So they're going to handle stuff. And they should be paired up with a specialist, and I'll go into that later. This is a complicated game. One more med. Who should I do med? I can start naming after my cats. I'll start doing it from the new server. Rex would be a med. Just in case you die. Okay. So that's everyone. I'm gonna sack that one. Oh wait, there's one more. I'm gonna hold off on that one. So there's that. That's just that. That's just... Okay, next up, build new base facilities. So we start off with, well, the hangars and stuff in the access point. This is general stores. This is a living quarters, laboratory, a workshop for engineering, laboratory for researching, and then a little radar system. So usually my first base I make into my lab base and leave sort of my workshop and money making to my next base that I make. So what you want to start off with, though, large radar system. Boop. More general stores. The defense, not really yet. Alien containment, start with that too, because you might run into aliens. I'll go into catching aliens later. This is a complicated game. And then another living quarters and another laboratory. I'm going to build another general stores eventually too, but not right now. You don't really need anything else, and more stuff unlocks. So there's that. Next up is research. You only get 2 projects. 3 projects at the beginning. I lied. I was never good at using the motion scanner, so I don't know if that's a skill issue. It probably is, but I usually start with laser weapons. You don't really need the medikit until later when you get armor, because you either die or it's used for panic and to wake people up who have passed out, and that's kind of riding a fine line right now. I never really break up my research, so we're gonna start with laser weapons to upgrade our crap weapons. Alright. Sell sack. We're gonna sell... Oops, I forgot to... In order to sell or sack a soldier, I have to take them off the ship. Okay, so we're gonna sack. Sadly, we get nothing. These are on loan, so we technically don't own the ships. Engineers we're keeping. We're keeping the missiles, the cannons we're selling. Pistols we're selling. All the heavy cannons and stuff. Smoke grenades, that's really all we can sell right now. Oh, pff, I hit cancel. You will see me do that a lot. At least I don't have to sell that much. Every little bit of money counts at the beginning. Okay, sell sack. Now we gotta purchase some stuff. Whew. Okay, so first we're gonna purchase 3 more soldiers, just to get up to an even 10. Another, 10 scientists to start off with. Engineers we're gonna keep. Can't really use them right now. Don't need any more ships. Gonna get another avalanche launcher. A few more missiles. No cannons. We'll go back into the tanks later. But for weapons, I'm gonna get... I already have enough rifles. I'm gonna get 1 more and some more ammo. It's not that expensive. Now, here we go. This is the extra stuff. I don't want to do proximity grenades just yet. No real high explosives. I do want to get more rockets, so we're gonna get a little more small, some large, and some incendiary. Just start off with. Now, The next thing that some people either swear by or hate are the heavy weapons. I love them. They're basically free soldiers. Yes, they're expensive in the beginning. But I usually get the rocket launcher. Boop! And it's very good for scouting and clearing terrain. I love it. So yeah, we are a little low on funds right now, but that's why we gotta start killing stuff. And that's pretty much it to start the game. You can't manufacture anything yet, as there's nothing on the docket. You have nothing else to sell. And we basically go back to the geoscape. Oh, shit. I usually put it like right here. What's that, Sicily? But I'm covering a decent amount. So we're gonna save. That is how I start my games. Start one. And we'll see what happens in the next thing when we're gonna start looking at UFOs, trying to find them. Bye.